Hello everybody and welcome on today's video. Today it's observation and trimming time for this field maple fusion, and as you see the tree starts to grow, and most of them started to grow, except of course for the one that I planted a few months ago, this one, which of course is very sad because it was supposed to be a branch here, but well, it's not going to be a branch. I'm just going to scrape the surface. I think he's dead as a dodo. No, he's alive, so I'm going to leave him, but what I'm going to do is cut back quite hard on the top part, because I want the lowest part to grow strongly so that it can fatten here and fuse, because I already have some fusion at the top. So let's do this. So we're looking at the apex now of this tree. I'm going to try to put the camera where it's supposed to be. So I also see that I have some curling leaves here. Now that's very clearly a sign that some spider or other insect is trying to live here. It's not exactly what you want, so I'm going to remove a whole lot of the top growth. You see, these branches started from here only a few weeks ago, and I'm going to cut them back to one pair of leaves. I'm going to have a look on the... Yeah, this is quite visible. So this is all new growth. This is the first pair of leaves here. This is new growth, but I'm going to cut it here so that I have a whole lot of room for dieback. And I'm going to do that on every branch here, and it will reduce the apex considerably. Because what I want is more light and more growth at the lowest part of this tree. And I'm also checking that all the parts are alive, because you don't want dead parts on your tree. They are not helping. I'm sorting. Look at this. This is a very strong shoot already. You don't want that. It's going to be too big of an intrusion of your tree. It's also possible now to sort out some of these things. Too much growth. And then while I'm going more towards the bottom of this tree, I'm going to be a little less severe, but still. Okay, so the biggest leaves, you can always also cut them. It's not gonna harm the tree if you don't do that on every leaf, because sometimes you hear about leaf pruning maples. Such a setback. Probably it's possible to do that when you have show trees that you want to be fresh and with small leaves, but I don't see the purpose to do that on a tree that has to grow to fuse, so it's surely not what you want to do. So this takes some time, so I'm going to stop the video here. So I got some leaves off, and that makes the tree a whole lot lighter at the top now, which is important, and because it's growing quite fast now. I missed this one. Quite fast now. I'll probably have to do this next week again, and then next week, and always letting grow what is on the bottom part of this tree. So you see, we're going for a triangular shape, and again, it's not because I want this to be a triangle or a pine form tree. This is a dead seed. Sad, yeah. There's some seedlings growing here because I planted some seeds just to make the fusion a little faster, and this one is supposed to become a root here. So you see, I'm going to push him when he's growing well. Push him a little like so, and then hop on the trunk. Yeah, so this has to grow. That's the whole point of the thing. I think I try to continue this next week. So that's all I think there's to do on this tree now. Yeah, if you want fusion, you want growth, and if you need growth, you need light, and you need water, and you need all kinds of things. So this is supposed to be the front. I surely hope that this branch is doing well. Well, this tree, because it's a tree. Still green, though. Yeah. Well, maybe because it has some light now, it will be better. Hello, everybody, and welcome on today's video. Today we're going to have a look at this field maple fusion, which is doing quite well. We have a whole lot of fusion now, so should come closer to have a good look. First of all, I'm going to remove all these leaves now because, well, they're not going to do any good, and it's going to help me see what's going on, especially these ones. See, it's very quick because, well, amazing what an internodes we have. Oh, it's not internodes. Well, I don't know the name, so never mind. So I'm just cleaning up everything here. Most of these things will be gone in a few days anyway, so like so. I think this will do. And now let's come a little closer and have a look at how it did. So of course this tree is far from finished. I have a few little dead little twigs that I tried to include in the fusion that did not make it. Mostly seedlings. As you see, I planted some seeds here. I always hope they sprout, and if one does good, well, it's an extra. This again is the idea of having a extra root by putting that down. So this is the front, I think. I'm choosing this as a front because that material here. No, this is that. Yeah. Well, anyway, I like the base here, and I also like the top on this part. It's difficult. It's a tall tree, wouldn't imagine. like so. The top, you see, we have already very good fusion here. It's impossible to see that these are different trees, and the fusion is coming very well down now. This is fused too. This part is fused, and we have fusion here. We have fusion in lots of places. This is starting to become very constricted and fused too. A little piece of wire here that will probably disappear. But we still have holes. Like, see, this is a hole, but I don't really care. It's gonna close. So everything that is dead now, I will remove. These are the seeds. Just burying them, but not too deep. And that's basically all I want to do now. It's getting this dead material out of the way and cleaning up a little bit the moss so that I don't have too much rotting. As you see, we're starting to have some really nice root base here. And that's of course the whole purpose of doing fusion. And like I said before, the fun thing about fusion is that you get to work on your trees a whole lot more than when you just let something grow. Okay, so I'm still cleaning up the roots here and getting a little centimeter of the surface. And just doing that because all the moss, all the weeds, I want them to be gone for the winter. So probably in spring, just going to lift this out of the pot, add a little centimeter or two of soil in the bottom of the pot, and then start to work on the radial root base and on the widening of the root base by just always cleaning up just a little more of the, well, I think my arm is getting in the way here. Sorry about that. But yeah. Oh, this looks like a root. Can you imagine this is a root? It's coming from somewhere here. Now, if this is not going to make a impressive nibari, I don't know. Same here, you see, this is a root. This too? No, this is a clay ball. Yeah, it's another root. Yeah, well, he had me going, that one. Okay, so the only problem I have now with this tree, I think, is that I lack a tree or two, maybe three, at this point here. And it's a problem because I want this to be the front. It's the best front for the top. Already having some nice going up and out branches here, which I should shorten a little, but it's not really a good moment to do that. I'm going to make a a selection in the spring. And if I want this to be the front, see, this is where I marked the front, it should be great to have a big root and tree here and here. So, well, I have a few spares. Going to use these in the spring. I'm just going to keep on cleaning up this whole root mess here. Very fragile roots, but I don't need them. I need to go deeper and deeper to uncover the big roots. Still finding some dead material. It's no use to keep that. Like I said, these little seeds that I plant, it's not really helping because the tree is becoming too big and it's shading out all the small stuff, so it's not really useful. So all the small stuff can go now. It's only going to rot and cause of all kinds of problems. So if it's dead, it has to go. I'm not sure if this is dead. Partly, that's for sure. Yeah. If this is dead, yeah. Well, was not dead, so you see, yeah. Should have done that. But anyway, these things heal and they grow back. And not a big problem. So I think that's it for today about this tree. Doesn't look too bad. It's ready for the winter now. I really need to do something about this soil mixture. It's too wet. So I'll have to do a proper repot, I think. But that will be for spring. So in the meantime, thank you for watching. See you next time.